Alright, so I got a request to show my build or my gear. So I figured I might as well just make a quick video to show it real quick because I'm kind of lazy to make a planner. And to be honest, I did follow someone's build, which is this guy's right here. So I'll link his this video in the description for you. I loosely followed this. Well, not loosely. I pretty closely followed his build. But then after I got most of the gear he had, I kind of did my own thing a little bit. So I would say my build is like 90, maybe like 80, 90% the same as this guy. But anyways, you can watch this as a resource, and then now I'll also show you my my own personal gear, and maybe give some comments on anything that might be interesting or of note. So pretty standard. Pretty standard. So for my particular gear, I have sealed mana for weapon amplification. This helps me run an extra aura weapon amplification. If I did not have this implicit, then I would not be able to run an extra aura. Oh, I can't even search for it. Let's see how much it costs. Let's see if I can find one with weapon amplification. Yeah, it's kind of lame how you cannot search by implicit. Actually, you could. On here, not directly on the item. Oh, it's not available. So yeah, you can get a really cheap one without the curse effect though. But I think curse effect is the best for our build. If not, then a defensive effect is not bad either. So if you're just starting off, defensive effect is pretty decent. Yeah, you can get one for like 800 with weapon amplification. However, if you do plan to also run weapon amplification like me, you're gonna need a precise sealed conversion, which is like quite expensive right now. So it's like 1500 or so right now. Precise sealed conversion. As you can see here, my my sealed mana and HP are very low. Very low. So barely enough. So, and well, actually, I guess maybe you don't really need weapon amplification. Maybe if you have some extra sealed mana effect, like do I have one? Yeah, like this. Maybe if you like run one or two of these, it might be enough. Well, let me try it real quick. I'm not sure. Let me take this off. It might be enough. But yeah, it's enough. Yeah, so I guess you could just get a candle with some sealed mana, and you'll be able to run all the auras just like me. So you don't have to get that same implicit on the amulet. Alright, let's put this back on. Okay, so back to my gear. Then the gloves. So you don't really need this high of a block ratio because, well, having higher is better because you will be using it, but not at all times. You'll see here that it goes up to 60% only. I'm overcapped. However, since we do have this particular hero, which one is it? This one right here, this hero ability. So if you're doing a boss, that your block ratio is actually up to 80% instead. So while fighting a boss, the extra ratio does help, but you don't really need it too much because you're gonna be skipping the boss anyways in city most of the time. You're gonna need this implicit block. It's really useful. You'll see here that I actually don't have cap block, so I have 80 and 70. So you're gonna need at least around 70% on this stat sheet, because you'll see here I'm actually running Aegis of Fire, which is constantly active 100% of the time. So you're not even halfway, it's gonna refresh. And it's gonna give us, oh, why is this? Oh, there you go. It's gonna give us, well, mine's level 23. It's gonna give me 32.5% block. So you can need around 70% block. So you definitely need this tier 1 block, spell block on the prefix, and then block ratio up to you how much you want to go for. I got kind of lucky, to be honest. I wasn't expecting tier 0. I was going to settle for like tier 3 or 4. I didn't need that high block. So belt, really nice to have this additional defense and negative additional damage taken. Really useful. If you can't make a really good one like this, then maybe get a little bit lower affliction effect, or you kind of really need this elemental res. This one's actually really important because my res is like super bad. You see that my max res is actually 76%, but I cannot even get my fire and lightning up to max yet. I could if I recraft some pieces of my gear, but I was too lazy to. For example, maybe this one, if I recraft it and slam a tier 3, it'll fix it. Or, yeah, it is really hard to get res on this build. And you'll notice as well, I have res on my 2 candles, tier 1. In this full defense, you definitely need it, otherwise you're going to kill yourself. Here, this one is not that important, to be honest. You don't really need this one. It speeds you up a little bit, but it's not that important. So just get any candle with trauma and Res, tier 1, and that will really help out with the resistances. This really helps out with survivability as well, if you can get this. And then you just get implicit boots with like 90-something%. This is relatively cheap. For the rings, you're gonna definitely want crit damage. And the reason for that is we have a certain talent. Wait. Which one is it? We have a certain talent where the more crit damage we have, the more additional damage we have. So this one's really useful. Every 3% of crit damage is 1% additional, and additional is really OP. Honestly, if you have a bit more money, you can do the armor variant. It's really easy to find an armor variant. Oh, it's broken. But there's a lot of armor variants. For example, I have some saved here. Like all these. Okay, maybe not this guy. Like this guy here. These guys are all armor variants with Mere Eternity. This one's a lot more popular. The one I'm playing is much less popular. And the top guy on the ladder is actually this guy. This guy's the guy at the top of the ladder. For Rosa at least. And he's the armor variant, so But I think this one's a little bit more expensive. um, and they use defensive effect. So if you want, you can follow this guy or just follow mine. Mine's less popular, but it still works just fine.
The knights of terrain used only to recruit men until I replaced the vicar bishop's robe with dread.
Honestly, on my rings, if I could redo it, I would take out reap duration. So just like this ring is like perfect. So if I were you, I would copy this ring and not this one. Maybe I'll make another one here because the crit damage is better. The crit damage is really good. So I would recraft this ring exactly like this ring. With the life regeneration as well. Life regeneration is really good. So this exact ring, every single mod is basically perfect. Well, I guess you could get some other good prefixes, but those are really low weight, so it might be hard to get. But ideally, this would be good enough. The weapon, pretty standard. Oh, and again, I would, if I had to go back, I would get rid of this trauma damage and get crit damage. Crit damage is better. I was thinking of crafting another weapon as well. A new one. And obviously try to get higher affliction effect. As for this, I recently got this modifier. It's actually really strong. But it's like a couple thousand, like the lowest row is like 2,000. Oh, it went down a bit. Yeah, you should definitely try to get one of these as high row as possible. It'll boost up your damage a lot. I think it increased my damage by like 50% at least. So let's see. Oh shit, yeah. The range of price for this is pretty crazy. I actually made mine. I had like 3k FE, and I just felt kind of bored, and I gambled 8 of these. I bought 8 of them for like 280, 270 FE, and I bought the corrosion item thing. And then on the first 7, I completely bricked all of them, and on my last one, when I just ran out of money, I hit this one, so I got super lucky with the double corrupt. And this is actually really good for the armor stackers as well. But unfortunately, I'm not armor stacking. But this is like super good for armor stackers. The other version I'm talking about, the Mere Eternity version. If you're struggling with block, you can get this one tier 0. It's actually pretty cheap. Maybe a couple hundred FE. Oh, it's super cheap. Yeah, it's super cheap. Oh, this one's pretty good deal. Okay, so that's the gear. Alright, maybe I should speed up. I've been like rambling too much. So this is my skill. Not really gonna talk about these, but just go through it real quick. Most of it is pretty much the same as maybe not 100% the same, but pretty close to the other guy. It's up to you which one you want to try or follow. So all of my stuff is like precise, but you don't really need the precise one, I guess. Although the precise ones are actually pretty cheap. For example, if you look at this one, I don't think it's that much. Oh, I can't price check it from here. Oh, what happened? It's broken. Whoa. Oh, it's bugged out. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just try to follow as much as possible. Okay. What's next? Hero trait. Obviously, this one here with the first two slots, because these are slot specific. This only goes in slot 1. This one only goes in slot 2. And then this one, I just use the move speed. But actually, I have another one as well that I use occasionally if I feel like it. For bossing, this one. So this one ups my block ratio. Oh wait, no, not this one. Not this one. Because then if I'm fighting a boss and I need the upper limit, it'll already be 80% because of the talent right here. It's already up to 80% maximum. So I misbought this one. This one's kind of useless. So there's another one I have. Where is it? This one. So this one increases my block ratio because as you can see, I have 70%. So if I put the other one on, then I'm at exactly 80%, and I have the maximum effectiveness of the block ratio without actually losing anything at all. So it's actually 100% perfect, using up the entire 80%. So pretty useful when you're bossing. But I don't do the boss anymore, so that's why I put it away in the stash. And move speed. This one's actually really cheap, I think. Oh, I can't price check from here. I think there's only like 30 or 40 FE at most, maybe even 20. Oh, it's 5. It's 5 fucking FE. This one here should not be more than 200 or 300 FE. I bought mine at like 400. I haven't checked the price in a while, but it should be a lot cheaper now. Make sure to forget the first 2 slots. Okay, this is my skill tree. Yeah, some of it you'll notice that I have like random points here or there. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how important these are, but I had to take some points out to fix my res, because there's this res node right here, and this res node is really useful to help cap out that little bit of res you need, because we have a lot of trouble with the res. Actually, I'm not even sure if this does anything. I just took it anyways because it's right next to it. But the other guy doesn't take this one because he doesn't take the full points here. Okay, as for slates here, let's go over the pedigree first. This one's really good, I think. It has daze and subtle impact. Both give additional dot damage, ailment damage, and fortunately even has this really awesome awesome modifier. So I think the good ones to get are the following. I think I still have a search for it. Here. I have a search for it still, so I would say, wait. So maybe more with less is the least favorable one. Otherwise, all the other ones are the best. So I'm actually selling my old one here. But yeah, try to get something like one of these, or buy mine. So these should be the best talents. Okay. Now, on your slates, you're gonna need a couple of block ratio for every 7% life lost. So your reserved life is counted. So that's how we get super high life ratio. I think I have 3 of them, but you only need 2 of them. No, I only have 2 of them. Yeah, I only got 2 of them. Now, if you try to buy it on the initial slate, it's really expensive. It's gonna be like 7 or 80 FE each, I think. So what I did was I just bought some cheaper ones with some decent modifiers, like this one and this one. Oh wait, no, sorry. This one I actually bought with the block ratio on it, but I was trying to craft some other ones as well, like this one. I wanted to replace this one with this new one I made, but I could not because I need the res so badly. This one gives me 4 res. So once I'm able to get that 4 res from somewhere, I'm gonna replace it with this one. It's not the best in the world, but it's not too bad. So you definitely also want to get this modifier here. This modifier here is really strong, and anywhere you can get this trauma damage 0.2 seconds is really good as well. So you notice I have a lot of this trauma damage one. I guess I don't have it on here, but yeah, I try to get the trauma damage as much as possible. For this one, maybe I can replace this one as well, but don't know yet. Life regen gives you cooldown recovery speed for your skill, because your shield gives it life regeneration, or gives it cooldown recovery for every life regeneration you have. Life regeneration speed is also applied to Reaping's cooldown recovery speed. Oh, maybe I should do a DPS showcase. I'll do it at the end. But yeah, you're gonna need at least 2 block ratios. This is useless, I think. Not sure if it's useless, but I just got it randomly, and it was a pretty decent slate. But I don't think you need this one. It's just a random thing I got. Fervor rating is not that important either. This just happened to have it, but I don't think fervor rating is useful. Additional damage is always nice whenever you can get it. I think I might replace this one with some more trauma. This is really useful as well to get charges, otherwise, or blessings. Otherwise, there's not really anywhere else to get these blessings. Maybe if you're smarter than me, you can figure it out, but this is the only thing I can think of to get all 3 stacks. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. Damn, this video went a lot longer than I thought. Oh yeah. Let's do DPS showcase. So it starts off really slow, but it starts ramping up real quick. Oops. Yeah, see, it starts going up to like the 50, 60 millions real quick. And you're very, very tanky too. If I reset this, it's gonna go up even more, I think. Maybe not. Don't know, but yeah, it's pretty decent. Yeah, I think that's it. Don't think I'm missing anything else. Don't forget this dream crafter here. This is very important to cap out your block. that's it. Don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, one other thing. If you're not already doing it, candles are very, 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 very profitable. You'll see I make a lot of money from candles. So these are very low ones, but once I go a bit more, you'll see that I actually make a lot of money off these. By the way, these sealed mana ones, I have like a crap ton of these, and they sell for like 20 each. And look at this one, 800, 88, 150. This is very profitable. 500, 100, 150, 455. Yeah, I've made like easily close to 10,000 FE just on candles. Yep. Really easy money with candles. Okay, I guess I could show my Eternity as well. For my Eternity, I rushed this one here, so I could tank it more easily. So I'm actually very tanky. I only die occasionally in the cities. But yeah, this is really useful. And then once I max this out, I'm going to go for less additional damage, or less additional life. Yeah, I would say try to get this as much as possible. Alright, let me know if you have any other questions. See ya. Oh, by the way, you can look me up as well if you're on NA. Oh, I can create a code as well for my character. How do I do that? My creations. Create build. Create build. It's not build. Okay, how do I... There we go. So here's the build code if you're on NA. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.